Well, maybe not. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out.
Me and my buddies grew up on the Altamaha. Good at making something to do out of nothing at all. We chase whitetail bucks, catch a few channel cats. Lord knows it don't get no better than that. That's just a day in the life on the Altamaha, yeah. I was born there, raised up right there. Lord, if I was a lucky man, I'd still be there. Down in the small bear, that's where I come from, y'all. Them old banks of the Altamaha.
All right, back down here at the Sportsman, Altamaha River Sportsman. We're gonna be chasing some of these trout down here in Florida. Y'all need to come down and try it. We're gonna fish with Jim Henley. Man knows what he's doing. Gonna put us on some of these Golden Sea Trout. Beautiful color, beautiful place. Need to come try it out. Gonna come out here and fish some of these flats on this structure they got out here. The thermocline of the water dictate how deep we'll be fishing. Gonna come out here and catch some of these trout, redfish, see what happens. How long you been fishing?
I started fishing. My mama taught me to fish when I was about 4 and a half, 5 years old.
When mama fishes, everybody gets to fish, right?
Everybody gets to fish. And when I was 8, I started taking her friends fishing back in the Satilla River in Georgia. So I've been down here guiding for 15 years. I first fished here about 35, 40 years ago. I knew this is where I'd end up in life.
What's so cool about this whole deal is Jim was a CPA. Now he's a captain. He moved from Georgia down here. He's been coming down here his whole life, I think. But he moved down here, decided this is what he wanted to do for the remainder of his life, and done it very well. Fish come out here and let him put us on some of these fish. And since he's a CPA, we'll let him do all the counting. You can have 5 trout, 15 inches.
Either he is or he is not. Okay, 2 things you can work with. I'll work with one, you work with the other. One's cut bait, cutting that pinfish. You'll go with a regular J hook, a sinker, or if you're gonna go with a gulp, then we'll put your lead head on. Keep that bait on the bottom. Keep it down, getting as much action as we can, as close as we can to the bottom. So which one you want first?
I'll try the cut bait.
All right, and let's put your J hook on. We're gonna put that sinker about 4 or 5 inches above that hook, because if you don't, you'll see when I do the bait, it'll float too far behind it and be too shallow. What I want is that doing this. I get more bait, get more action on that bait. You'll see what the bait looks like. It's got silver sides on it. When you cut it a certain way, it won't spin. So it's basically swimming with you. And I'll show you how to do that.
Well, show us how we cut that.
All right.
What we're fishing here is about 30 inches of fluorocarbon on the bottom of it's called a Burnside bopper. I know it looks a little large. It's a popping cork. It is made by some buddies of mine out of Savannah. I love it. As I've gotten older, the smaller popping corks are hard for me to see, especially if we start getting any kind of wake on the water. But with this, I can see it. You can cast it. It is really, really nice. And they do make one that's an adjustable, like this and like this. So Burnside boppers, man, they're great folks and a great product. This is a stainless steel shaft that goes in here. It doesn't bend. If it bends, you can bend it back. A lot of them get bent and won't. Now there's some flexible ones like Captain Jim's got on his, and I might have to try one of those before I go.
Okay, here's what we got. We got a pinfish. That's the natural bait in here. I always look at my fish when I bring them in. I look in their stomachs. I look and see what the prevalent bait is. And that's what I'm gonna fish with. And then you have to run him down. What you do, if they're real, real little, you can fish them whole. I don't like to fish them whole because they just die. So then I'm in trouble because they're not gonna bite them when they're dead, even though we're fixing to kill this one. What we do is we go right in behind that. He don't like this. We're gonna go right in behind that, and then we're gonna cut him so he's rounded. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put him on that hook right up in the top of that. Now what he's gonna do, and you always wanna watch as you cast, because if that fish grabs him, if you get a hit, he's gonna curl him up and wanna eat him head first. Good fish eat head first, trash fish eat tail first. So then you watch every time you come in if you missed a fish. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna take that cord and that sinker, and he's gonna go along and look like an injured baby, and he'll come chase it.
Shark. Yep. Nine foot.
That's bull shark.
This bull, all right, because he's messing up my fishing.
Anyhow, I got something to do. I got something for him in the hole.
Little sharp nose. I really look forward to coming down here fishing this clear water. You can see, well, we got 4 or 5 feet here. A lot of grass floating. A lot of grass, just a bountiful supply of cover for all these fish and for the bait fish. What's amazing is the clarity. I hate to keep saying at home, but at home, most of the time, we're constantly fighting. If we had this much wind most times out in the middle of a sound like this, we'd have muddy water. Here, it is clear as a bell.
When I look at that barometric pressure and the changes that it's gonna have that day, then what I'm looking for is if it's gonna have a big rise, I've got a big high pressure moving in. What happens then is that air bladder, that white piece inside that trout, it shrinks because the pressure's gotten greater. All right, if it's gonna drop real fast, then that air bladder's gonna blow up. That's his swim tool. That's his inner ear. So if it goes up or down too fast, he's just like you with an inner ear infection. You don't want to eat.
There you go.
Well, I say that.
Right beside the boat. Ten inches. What we've done, we moved, we're in a little deeper water right now, and we're still fishing the meat, and they seem to be short striking a little bit for me. Like, look at this, yeah. That's trout. Oh, it was a trout. Well, he's still there. It just ain't much to him, I don't think. I feel him flipping.
Well, what you think?
Do what? Well, that's a pretty fish now. And that's a pretty sharp hook. Did y'all get that on camera? It'll be self-evident here in a minute. What's that, a 13-inch fish?
Yeah, they want that too.
He's short. Well, I don't know.
You go. He ain't short.
Nope, he's good.
He gets to go to fish fry.
This is what we call in South Georgia dinner. And that works for either 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Dinner.
Yeah, that's who I'm looking for.
Just when you
Right
think.
there.
So, they swim in school. That's a pretty fish. One thing is he swallowed it. That's another one for the grease.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. He just had a toe hold. That's all he had.
Well, maybe not. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. That's a keeper, ain't it? I'm gonna go ahead and towel him. I'm gonna cover his eyes so he don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, he's almost 16 foot. 16 foot, 16 inches. What I'm fishing, what we're doing, we're fishing about 30 inches of monofilament or fluorocarbon underneath a popping cork. The one that I really like, that I fish, and as I've gotten older, I can see it better. It's called a Burnside Bopper out of Savannah, Georgia, and it makes a heck of a good noise. It's got about a half-inch weight on it, well, 3/4 ounce weight on it, and it's a stainless steel that doesn't, it'll bend, but you can bend it back, and you know if you fish popping corks, you have a lot of trouble with it. These things are a little more pricey than a lot of them because of the components that he uses, but really, it makes a heck of a sound. You can cast the heck out of it, especially with a bait casting rod. And I just really like the bigger ones. A lot of people like the smaller one called the Baby Bopper. They make a popping cork. They make an adjustable cork. They fish are adjustable, and I'll show it tomorrow. They fish are adjustable a little different in that they go around the cork, but I'll show you that tomorrow. Burnside Bopper, Savannah, Georgia. Nope. Not unless you got contact. And I don't mean seeing ones. Yep. That's a Georgia keeper. Keep that fish in Georgia. Y'all stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hey look, we're down here at Steinhatchee, and I want to mention something to you. If you come down here trout fishing with Captain Jim Henley out of River Haven Marina, ask him about the scalloping that starts in July. Scallop's a little seashell type critter. He lays on the bottom, you go around and pick him up like Easter eggs, and he's some kind of fine eating. Cason and Caleb and the other boys from the Sportsman been down here. They've been picking up 10 gallons a day. That's all you can have per boat. And it's some fine eating. You need to come down here and try it. Steinhatchee, Florida. Captain Jim Henley, River Haven Marina. They'll take good care of you. We've done it. We caught them, we skinned them, we got them sitting right in here, and the Willets at Kathy Crab Shack are gonna cook them up for us. We got some guests. We got Captain Jim right here, the guy that took us out. Captain Tony, who showed us where the fish really were. Is that right, Captain Jim? And Brenda, his wife. And the Willets have cooked up a nice meal for us in there. We're gonna go in and Kathy Crab Shack and see what they got for us. We're down here in Steinhatchee, Florida, and it's been an awesome trip. Now we get to feed ourselves.
This is what we're working on back here. We got some U9s, 9 shrimp to the pound, wrapped in bacon, stuffed with lobster. We're gonna fry them. We got crab cakes over here fresh. Right here, all the crabs that we caught this morning out of our crab pots. We got them down here. We've got some fresh soft shell crab raised out of our tanks. We're gonna fry those. We've got boils going back here. Snow crabs, sausage, potatoes, corn, blue crabs, crawfish. We have some fresh crawfish. All ready to go. We'll get everything into the pot, get it ready to go, and start with the potatoes, corn, and go with the sausage, and then we'll start with the crawfish and the blue crabs, and we'll get it all ready. snapper, fried whole, some trout, some redfish.
This is a blue crab. He's a lot better when he's red.
All right, that's it. You saw it. Some great trout fishing, some great scalloping right here in Steinhatchee, Florida. If you get a chance, come down and work with Captain Jim Henley and the River Haven Marina folks. They're awesome people. Good hunting to you. See ya. Hey, it's that time of season, man. The flowers are starting to bloom, gobblers are starting to gobble, and it's turkey season. Ron and Reed and Cason, they've been after them. And I want y'all to check this out and see some of this footage we got for you. It's short and sweet, some of it, because that's exactly how it went down.
First one of the year though, we'll take him. Bird in the hands or two in the bush. Our boy Reed. Finally got young Reed out. He's been doing driver's education, so he missed out on the Florida hunt. Had a lot of gobbling this morning, man. It was a perfect morning. A little warm, mosquitoes came back out. I got probably too many clothes on now, but it was 45 this morning, but mosquitoes quickly got out after us. Had some birds slip by us this morning, you know, all together, grouped up. Stayed patient, kind of made a move, let them kind of do their thing, didn't want to spook them. Let them do their thing, came back down here. Me and Reed hit them with a double call in what, 5 minutes? They were drumming right on us.
All right, you saw that one? Check this one out. These hunts, it's amazing how quick they happen sometimes. Watch this one.
Boy, Pickle. Do it, Pickle. Hey, boy.
Some of that, Pickle.
Heck of a job, Pickle.
I told you.
I had to pick my head up.
Pickle said there wasn't no turkey over there.
Step on his noggin, Pickle.
What you think about that, Pig?
That's cool, ain't it?
Yeah, got Big Reed a nice bird this morning. Took him to the baseball field, and good buddy Darren and his son Dylan, otherwise known as Dill Pickle, called us. They had some birds get around them this morning, didn't cooperate. They heard a lot of gobbling over here, northern Lowndes County. You know, it's early season still. You can see the fields are just greening up here. So we decided to come over here with Darren and Pickle and got on the buggy and went to where they'd seen some birds this morning and didn't really like the setup because it's midday now and you can see the sun straight up. And we needed to find some shade. We knew the birds were hanging out in the shade, so we left that spot and just kind of easing around the field here in the stealth buggy and drove by a little oak hammock and saw a hen standing there and saw a gobbler standing there with her. We turned Pickle around and got out here to the edge of the field, slid out here with the old scoot and shoot, and he come on a string right to Pickle. Pickle had to make a little adjustment there at the end, did a great job to get a good shot on a nice 3-year-old turkey. Good job, Pickle. What you think about that?
It was pretty fun. I'd like to thank Dr. Ron and Mr. Mobley.
Always Cason Mobley right there behind the camera there. We'd like to thank Darren and Pickle for letting us come and share this hunt with them. Youth Day 2018 started off. We got 2 in the bag. We got 1 in Florida last weekend. So having a great youth season so far. Y'all stay tuned. We'll have more action here on Altamaha River Sportsman.
You know, you want everything to be real dramatic. You want everything to set up just perfect. But some of these hunts just happen. Watch these next couple hunts and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
season, 2018. Got my good friend, good brother, Billy Gathright. He's been hunting with me several years. We met back in the late 90s, you know, out duck hunting, and figured out we had a common love, and that's freaking turkey hunting. And hunting's a little harder in Arkansas. He said they got some hills and stuff, so I brought him down here one year, and he fell in love with all these clear cuts, flat land, and hard gobbling eastern birds down here. So came down for the opening day hunt like usual. Everything went as planned. Birds pitched down where we thought they were, strutted right up the road. Didn't want a whole lot to do with Meanie. We had to coax him in, do a little soft calling. Got him on in here in gun range, kept sitting. 2 more birds came around, smaller birds. We didn't have a great shot, didn't get good footage, so we kind of let them walk off, played with the hens a little bit, and they kind of walked off down the bottom. So he's got 2 more tags to fill, so we're gonna go get after it and see if we can get him a couple more. So y'all stay tuned.
Hey, thank y'all for getting in front of your TV and watching our program. This is something we love to do. We're not a bunch of pros at it. We film it. We got a buddy who helps us edit it. It is really awesome when you show up to watch what we do. And on the Altamaha River Sportsman, it's all done right here. Right here. We'd love to see you come see us. South of Darien, right on the Altamaha River, 2-way marina, Mudcat Charlie's restaurant. Y'all come check us out. We'd love to see you down here.
Come on, y'all, just follow me down to the river. That old Altamaha. What you think they know about that old Altamaha, Lance?
Oh, we done taught them all we know, brother.